Hello everyone, am I live? Can you see me? Just write in the chat box so that I can just see it that yes. Just write in the comment box that yes, you can see me, I'm visible. Yes, hello. Correct, people have come now. Okay, understand. Okay, good. Visible, audible, everything is good. Shall we begin now? Okay, so this is Alok here, your educator, and last time I took a session that was on this one. That was actually on, say, this kind of thing. What you mean is that it was Olympiad, how to prepare for it, and then I also try to show you the common myth around it, that people normally think that IIT and Olympiad, they are diametrically opposite. That is not always the case in many chapters, right? So those things, so that session got abruptly ended because of some technical glitches. So I hope today it does not happen. Okay, so I'll pick up from where I left off, and then possibly add something more because some new insight. And I also propose to do some problems showing you the similarity between IIT JEE Advanced and then of course like Olympiad. That sometime there is one interesting case also that I will discuss. So I think that is clear. You can ask your questions also in between, and then we will talk. So let me share my screen now, and I hope you can see the screen now. So that day I was doing this one, that how to crack maths Olympiad. So let me go further. That here, one is that, okay, it's about me, that many of you know it, so I won't repeat now. Suffice it to say that I'm a BTech from IIT Kanpur, and myself an INMO medalist. And of course, so I have seen both sides of the story. Like one is like IIT exam, and other is Olympiad, right? So I can, of course, I can say that okay, I must know somewhat better that how these things play out ultimately, and I would be able to answer your questions also. You can read about my biodata later, so that's not a problem. Okay, this I told you already that some people might be new, so let me repeat. That's a very good quote by Churchill, that when he was asked that what he should let students learn, so he said that I am in favor of boys learning English. I would make them all learn English, and then I would let the clever ones learn Latin as an honor and Greek as a treat. That was Winston Churchill. So I can say that, okay, in paraphrasing him, I will say that suppose you want to go for a STEM career, right? Suppose you want to go for a STEM career, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Then I would paraphrase and say that I am of course in favor of all of you. So leave the word boys. I am in favor of all of you learning more maths. Okay, so that is all right. I would make you all learn more maths, but then I would let the clever ones, right, learn IIT JEE mathematics as an honor, and of course Olympiad mathematics, it's like Greek as a treat. Okay, so that's what sums up the philosophy and the difficulty level, right? So that's what I would say. Let's go to the next one. So I had already discussed that how early should you begin. For that I told you clearly that 7th, of course 7th is not early. 7th is all right, just all right. Okay, 7th, 10th maybe, 11 maybe little late. Okay, but I think because HBCSE has got eligibility criterion that anybody can write PRMO, which is now called IOQM for these pandemic years, IOQM. So this they want that, okay, their site tells that the students in class 8 are eligible, 8 and onwards are eligible. So of course, you know, if you are eligible in 8, I mean that your preparation must begin in class 7, right? And one good reason for this is that school anyway, for good students, school assigns less task, right? Because you don't find school mathematics challenging. Many of my students come to me and they said that here also, in India also, in US also, or other parts of world, whenever I teach, they tell that school mathematics is not challenging. It's like sometimes for the good students, it just kills their joy. right? Because you have to do some commercial maths, some other maths. There is no scope for, say, abstraction, which is at the heart of maths, right? Abstraction, then you say generalizations. These all things really make mathematics exciting. So you are generalizing things, generalization. Then maybe you are too young, but some of you are writing proof writing, like why things should be a perfect proof. Okay, so those things are at the heart of Olympiad mathematics. Okay, and any mathematics, in fact. So Olympiad mathematics just get the bad press because of these things, that okay, this is very tough. But indeed, these are part of any logical structure. Even if you are doing JE maths, in earlier time, JE used to be subjective. So that time, of course, if it was subjective, you understand that one has to write proof, and then one cannot afford not to be say correct or something, right? Because ultimately your rank and your marks dependent on that. So suffice it to say that is important. Now, so 7 you can start, meaning you can start in 7. And what you read, you watch the last video, I told already what you should all read in class 7. Mostly polynomials or quadratic or algebra, little geometry. No, and then you can read geometry till triangle geometry, right? Because those are really important. And then circle geometry can wait. You can, after a year, after half an year, you can, when you have got that, okay, some satisfaction, you can begin. And those who are in class 12, I have not told why, because it is too late by then, right? Of course, you should write the exam. That's not a problem, because ultimately it's a three-hour exam, and some questions will be of JE standard. Okay, exactly. They have good chance of coming into JE or KBPY also, or ISI, KBPY, ISI, CMI, because they have same bent of mind, right? So there is very good chance that the questions at PRMO, or which is called these days IOQM, just for hopefully for pandemic years, no, because there is no second stage. So these things, this IOQM and other thing, PRMO, there is very good chance that these questions can get asked or something similar in these exams, because they also test your mathematical ability. And of course in JE Advanced, I will give you shortly example, like towards the middle of the video, that how JE questions matched with this Olympiad questions, and something further. So this is about this. You can check later that what we can do. Now coming to this one, I already discussed about PRMO, RMO, INMO, IMOTC and IMO. If you come in top 30 or top 60, combining 11 and 12, then you get a chance to be invited to IMOTC, that is called IMO Training Camp, International Math Olympiad Training Camp, held at HBCSE, Homi Bhabha Center for Science and Education, that is your HBCSE Mumbai, Mankhurd in fact. And you are invited there, and their professors lecture you on the different aspects of the competition or the contest. And finally a team of 6 is selected to represent India at IMO, that is called International Maths Olympiad. It is held every year in a different country, right? Because of pandemic, it was held online last year. It was in St. Petersburg, Russia, if I am correct. You can just check, you can Google it, of course. Okay, so that kind of thing is there. And so this is one first major step, your INMO, because then you become the top in India, right? RMO is of course regional, and PRMO is as name says, regional. It is called Indian, nowadays it is being called Indian Olympiad Qualifier in Mathematics, because there is no stage 2 now. Directly from IOQM you go to INMO, okay, and then to TST, other thing. This we discussed in detail last time, so just briefing you. You can check the videos. I was somewhere afterwards. So here is the thing, that is because most of you, this is the most important aspect for parents also and for students also. Those who are really, right now many viewers are with us. So all those viewers, I will say that this might be eating you, this worry, that whether Maths Olympiad go for Olympiad or to go for IIT JE. And how are they? Like, is it that it is P and it is not P? This kind of thing is there, or what is there? Like, means, are they completely contradictory of each other, or there is some common meeting ground? So I would venture to say that there is a lot of common ground. I would venture to say there is a lot of common ground. There is a good meeting ground between Maths Olympiad syllabus and say JEE Advanced, IIT JEE Advanced, or mains, of course, is a subset. So I'm not telling mains separately, because JEE Advanced has got challenging questions. Now what happens here? So I have listed, particularly algebra and combinatorics, and then little it also. In algebra you have got complex numbers. You see, complex numbers again very useful in geometry. When you do geometrical application, then many tough Olympiad problems, not of RM or INMO, but sometime of some Balkan contest or other contest or even IMO, they can be solved by using complex numbers. So it's very powerful tool. It's a tool, very powerful tool, and IIT Advanced is the best syllabus for it, because see, whenever something in JEE syllabus, it means that you have got it perfect, and you do a lot of practice. As happens in JEE, people preparing for JEE, they do a lot of practice, and so they become perfect in it. So all of complex numbers you learn, and plus something little more, you can incorporate completely into your Maths Olympiad. I know many people who solved geometry problems using complex numbers, if it was possible, and they made it also to Olympiad. That is really incredible. That they read complex numbers. I would highly recommend. IIT also, it is important topic, and mostly in IIT also, what they ask you geometrical interpretation. Algebra, of course, they ask you algebra of complex numbers, but mostly geometrical. The beautiful part is geometrical interpretation. They just ask you. Coming to quadratic, so this complex number, where should I read it from? That can be one question that people are asking, that where should I read it from? So I mean, the source can be that you can take any IIT JEE Advanced book, directly. Those who are in class 8 or 9, they can start complex number. Nothing special about, nothing complex or complicable complex number. It's just number system. So you can read about I, omega, powers. Some are easy things. I would recommend first start with, if you are in class 8, start with NCRT or some other books, local publication. They are all okay. Even if not great, they are okay for the first timers. So you can begin with any book, and then you can solve JEE Advanced problem, at least 50% of them, to get a better feel. Both algebra of complex numbers and geometry of complex numbers. Appreciation of geometry will come little late, because complex numbers are beautiful, and then you will have lot of tools here available. But then it makes really good thing to invest time in it, that will ultimately pay you off in IIT Advanced in terms of rank, and Maths Olympiad in terms of selection. Then you come to quadratic equations. I cannot tell much about it. It's, of course, it's the heart of polynomial. Like when you start polynomials, whatever vietas or whatever roots, relation to roots and coefficients, or some other quirky thing that you read about quadratic, they all somehow get applied to polynomials. It serves as a good benchmark. Then again, you have got here a topic called location of roots, which involves considering many cases sometimes, and people often make a mistake. So that really is good for casework. So those kind of things you can do. Again, here we also read something called wavy curve. I mean, when the sign changes, or method of intervals. And so all of them will be used. I will show you example that they've really asked these questions. So this is important again. It serves as a basis for many questions, quadratic equation. Many things will come that we get vieta, jump, or other things which ultimately depend on quadratic equation. Now progressions. Progressions means in generally sequence series, and then also a special series, like something maybe Fibonacci or some other thing. There is still a sequence, or even recurrence. I will just add even recurrence relation. It's also a wonderful thing, recurrence relation. After all, APG, PHP also is a recurrence, right? When you write an plus 1 is an plus lambda, or when you write a of n plus 1, sub n plus 1 is mu time an, then this becomes a geometric progression, this becomes arithmetic progression, arithmetic sequence, and so of course they are included, right? And we have got a special recurrence relations. So this all forms part of JEE syllabus. They have asked sometime. like they have defined Newton's sums. They have written an is alpha to the n plus beta to the n for n greater than equal to 1, this kind of thing, or an is alpha to the n minus beta to the n over alpha minus beta. Anything can be there. So there are ways to define those things, and so you will find that these all are being asked routinely in IIT, all batch. Then you have got logarithm. Logarithm is one good thing, although it is not heavily, it does not heavily feature in Olympiad. It features in IIT only, but it is basic, is required. Again, counting, really important, counting. In fact, counting has two parts. One part is called enumerative combinatorics. One is called enumerative. One is called where you are counting things, right? Enumerative combinatorics. So you are counting things here, that in how many ways something can be done, right? How many ways there are to do a particular thing. That is enumerative combinatorics. After that, you have got something called pigeonhole principle or other thing, extremal combinatorics. Those things, they form part of Olympiad in second stage, not first stage. Means IOQM and PRMO is completely your enumerative. This year also 2 questions came on that. You check that those questions. Last year also they keep coming. Now derangement, what derangement, onto function, other things. Not exactly by name of function, but by nature there will be such questions, like in how many ways can some work be done if everybody has to do at least one work, those kind of thing. So there are ways to ask questions, and this is important part again. And the good part is that whatever you do in permutation combination in IIT syllabus, they all will again be very, very helpful, super helpful in Maths Olympiad. So you see, these are so many things. Binomial theorem, nobody will ask you proof in those kind of things, but knowledge of identities will be a welcome thing for Olympiad. And of course JEE Advanced also asks questions routinely from that chapter. Let's go to next one. Here it is good. Geometry and trigonometry. Normally you will find in Olympiad also that we have got algebra, then we have got number theory, then you have got geometry and trigonometry. Sometimes some questions can be done, so I will club them together, geo and trigo. Although complex number also can be done. And then you have got then you have got combinatorics, okay, and then functional equation will come there only, right? So combinatorics, this kind of thing. So combinatorics already I told you. Now many questions in geometry, especially Olympiad geometry, many questions in Olympiad geometry can be done by trigo. That chapter in IIT is called properties of triangle. It is called properties of triangle, or it is called solution of triangle, SOT. In short you call it SOT. Here we have got two laws, sine law and cosine law, or rule you tell, sine cosine. And based on that, we are able to solve many questions. This year, in fact this year in mode hard, it was hard. So in mode 2021, right? Those questions 2021. So this question, you just check the year that they call it. I am sure they call it 2021. So INMO 2021 happened this one. And so this INMO exam had one geometry question. Although it was difficult, many people did not get it. But then some people got it using trigo, beautiful application of sine rule. Although it was little more, it was little lengthier maybe, but ultimately they got it also. Okay, so this, and in routine questions you will get easily. So this is important again. So trigo and complex number, these two can make or break you. If you do these two, then you are sure that in your Olympiad or other Olympiads, we cannot say the year, right? Because they will keep varying. Okay, there would be really questions in INMO level, at INMO level, RMO level, which can be cracked using these two. So don't ignore them. And this is all part of application of trigonometry that I told you, this one, application of trigonometry. So, and again, these all are important for JEE also. So these are very important for JEE and this one. Next, come to next one. Again, last year IOQM, that this geometry, only two things, circle and a straight line. This is basics like locus and coordinate geometry. This is coordinate system. So a straight line and circle, all forms, again will be very helpful for any problem that can be done using coordinate geometry and asked in geometry. Like it may happen that synthetic geometry solution may elude you. You may not get synthetic geometric solution, means using transformation or using some Euclidean tools, but it may happen there is a small solution, short solution using these things, using a straight line slope or circle equations, those kind of thing, which happened last year. There was a question of shadow problem was there, some circles were there, you can easily do it. It was about tangent line. You can easily do it by taking tangents to a circle from a point outside, and then you could calculate. You just check that question. It was a 5 marker, so that's additional bonus. So geometry, I told you, geometry, it's served by Olympiad geometry. In conclusion, Olympiad geometry is handled by 3 tools of IIT. Those are good enough, 3 tools. First tool is this one. First is that I told it is I think complex numbers. I told it is complex numbers. First was complex numbers. The second one I told you was trigo, especially sine and cosine. And third is your coordinate, and there also circle and a straight line. Only these two. No parabola, ellipse, no hyperbola. So these all syllabus completely, I think, I would say that they are common in ITJ in Olympiad, and 90% of things that you learn in all of them, it will be directly useful. It's another story whether that year the questions get asked or not in Olympiad, because we have got only 6 questions. That we cannot say, right? But then the time invested in that will not get wasted, because you will reap the benefit again. You will harvest it again in ITJ advanced syllabus, right? And normally people start young only, so people start say at class 8 and 9. So I'm sure that if you start at 8 and 9 here, this slide 8 and 9, this one 8, 9, 10 or something, then you've got 3 years, and then surely some year or the other there would be questions from these areas. Every year we can't guarantee, but some year there would be questions of geometry or trigonometry solvable by, or geometry solvable by these techniques, by algebra, these complex numbers, or say by this one, by trigonometry, sine and cosine rule, those kind of thing, or sometime maybe the straight line and circle. So please keep an eye out for them, because this is really interesting stuff, and you can just wait. I'll just check that if people have people are asking some questions, so let me try to answer some of them that some people are okay. So Sasank is asking, please launch a course. Susant is saying that please launch a course for Maths Olympiad from basics fast, sir. Okay, we are in the process, so of course I'll launch. Then Nakul is saying nothing, and then Asirvad, are you going to teach for Maths Olympiad on this channel? Yeah, Maths Olympiad, I plan to take some classes. Today also I'll take some classes. Jagan's best books for IT JEE is not the place for it. I'm more concerned here about not the IT JEE but about Olympiad, and of course it is so book, I'll tell you book now. Book, of course I have book is the one thing. So last time also I told you, but I could not complete all the analysis. First of all, read few books. Don't make it a blockbuster movie. They will almost always fail. Have few actors who act well. Are you okay with this line I'm saying? Do you understand this importance? So the point I am trying to drive home is that read few books, few good books. Don't read the West books. Good books, I mean good books means books by those people who really have given their life to Olympiad, not by people who claim that they have given their life to Olympiad, right? I mean that one is a doctor, other is a quack. So avoid the quack books. You will know in market, I did not identify by names. There are many such books, okay, which are not at all useful. People keep asking. Okay, so see the persons like C.R. Pranay Sachar, he has been Olympiad leader, IMO leader from Indian side for so many years, maybe more than 10 years. Same holds for Vijay Venkatachala. These two have pioneered Olympiad movement in India. K.N. Ranganathan, a geometry person. This one, he was also a professor. Okay, so and of course I have the privilege of being taught by all 3 of them. So I know in my time when I went for IMO TC camp in Bangalore and then HBCSE, then I found that these people were there and they are still at the HAME. Some of them have retired also, still serving. They have got a wonderful book, Challenge and Thrill of Pre-College Mathematics. Challenge and Thrill. They say pre-college. Normally student knows by the name of pre-college mathematics. Unlike many market books, it does not come with solutions, right? So that's all the better, because you can practice. A lot of theory is there, especially in geometry or other thing. A lot of results are there in combinatorics. And then the beauty is that they've been arranged systematically. So you can, of course, try problems. You can think over it, and then you can think again. So those kind of things will go on. Don't be in a rush to find the answers as you do with some other books available in the market, that you just look for the answer. So hold this temptation for Olympiad. So this is one of the very good book that would suggest. Class 8 student can start directly, 8 or 7 also. Some parts, not all part is not needed. So some part you can start. So this one I will say. Okay. And then now let me tell you this one. This inequalities VJV book, again, Vijay Ventusal book is there. It is problem solving approach. This is called a problem solving approach. A problem solving approach, because of course Olympiad is all about solving problems. So it is problem solving approach. Then functional equation, VJV again. He is a master of functional equations because his questions have also appeared on actual IMO. IMO 92 or 91, you check IMO, his questions came, and he has submitted many IMO problems for proposals from India side. So that also is available. And there is another book, Problem Prime for Olympiad. This is for here they have got solutions, some solutions for RMO and INMO, and again by CRP and BJV and CS Yogananda, who is not now with Olympiad cell, but he used to be. And then previous year's IOQM RMO papers from HBCSE website you will get with answers. IOQM only key you will get, but other you will get with full solutions, so that you can check. And AOPS, in case you have not heard, it is called Art of Problem Solving. It is called Art of Problem Solving. Arthur Angel also is good. Ayush, Aryan, Arthur Angel is good. Arthur Angel, if you have it, it's good. So Arthur Angel book is another famous book. It is called Problem Solving Strategies. Problem Solving Strategy, write PSS. Okay. And AOPS is a website called Art of Problem Solving. So Art of Problem Solving has got many of the contests from, in fact, not only for India, but from all over the world. So they have got, say, American contest, they have got UKMT, like British contest, they have got Hungary contest, they have got Chinese contest, and so many other exams happening all over the world. So you can benefit from this. The only downside is that don't waste your time too much there. You must go there with a mind to look for what you want. It's not that you don't know what you want and you went there and whole day you are trying to search that. No, go with a fixed mind that I need this, and if you get this, that's all. So that you must do. So I mean, that thing must be clear, because many people waste their time. They are on AOPS. It's essentially community feeling. So people chat also there. They solve problems and sometimes they comment about problems. So if the comments are like relate to academic, you should read it. If comments relate to just that, oh, I could not solve it, or laugh out loud, this was very, very difficult, or hey, where could they think of these problems? So I mean, that will waste your time. So as happens with any kind of resource, you have to use your discretion. So use your discretion, use your good judgment to find out how much time you need to spend on any site, and then what it is that you're looking for. Don't just aimlessly be a vagabond and try wandering over all the places, and in the end doing nothing, just idling away your time. So that should not happen. Problem primer is not tough, but because it has got some INMO problems, so of course some of the questions might be more challenging. That I can agree. Okay. Other books are Excursion, very fine books. Excursion Mathematics, one of the first books for Olympiad in India, written by Pune based people, which Pune has always done well in Olympiads. Earlier used to do much well. Nowadays, of course, it is everywhere. People are aware about contest now. So it is written by Mr. Modak, Katre, Acharya, and Solapurkar. Okay, it is a good book. You can order it from. It is ordered from Bhaskara Pratishthan. It is called, or this called in short Pratishthan. So Bhaskaracharya Pratishthan. It is in Pune. You can Google it and you can order that Pratishthan. Okay. Then previous year's paper, I would say that you do, apart from India, you do British Math Olympiad papers, BMO. You have got BMO round 1, BMO round 2. You also have got Junior Maths Olympiad. You have got UKMT 1, 2, 3. So a lot of things are there, and they all are available on the original UKMT website. But for BMO, solutions are not there. It's better. You can try on your own. So those are the papers. India paper already you have. Then you have got American Maths Contest, AMC papers. Lot of things available, AMC or AIME. AMC is called American Math Contest. It happens for class 8, 10 and 12. AMC 8, 10 and 12. Maybe our level of IOQM is little between AMC 10 and 12, right? Because some things are not there. So this might be true. Okay. Okay, then 103 Trigo problem. It is by T2 and Risku, a famous US coach. I have had the pleasure to work with him, and still I teach at math camps, summer math camp at University of Texas at Dallas, or say other universities like Cornell and other things camp. This year camp was held online, right? So this is one. So he has written some great books. So this is what I mean, that you read the books of people who really have Olympiad in them, not the one who claim that they have it in them, right? You see many books where the author claims that 100 years of experience, 20 years of experience, right? So you may laugh at all of them, right? So the people, real people, and the masters of the trade, right? So those books you read, they will be much more beneficial, right? Okay, then other is Elementary Mathematics, Dorofeev, Potapov, and Rozov. That is a Russian book. About Russian books, I can go on and on. I can say really they are wonderful. Many of the books in physics also you know, and maths also you know. But this is one of the book that's really good, and it is written thoroughly. It has got non-routine problems in the last. It has got a full section on non-routine problems. And anyway, style is right, because everything they write with justification. Lot of justification is there, so you can of course gain from it. I'm sure that all of you can gain from it. Do read this book, recommended. Apart from this, there are many Russian books, so just explore. So I mean that read from some good books, not just any market side book which gets published every year, and then they are not even, they are of course not original, and of course they are not even copies. They are copy of the copies. You understand my remark? I would be so much strict about them, that there is no point in reading a copy of a copy, right? Better read original or a copy of the original, but not copy of the copy. So that thing should not happen, right? And that people make a mistake, because people really don't know that which source is really correct. Okay, and sometimes because of the advertisement, you are led to believe that okay, this might be a good thing. Okay, so I have listed all the books. Any book by T2 is of course welcome. You can close your eyes and you can just buy it and you can start reading it. You will have some knowledge. Only thing is that you must know whether there is some theory or problems. Those kind of things you have to decide upon. Some people are asking a strategy for class 11. Let me check the messages what they are saying. Class 11th from now, okay, and book of coordinates, okay. So class 11th from now, I'll tell you now class 11th from now. Let me add a slide and check that. So if you talk of class 11th if I talk of, then what you do, that already those were in 11 and already you have got 3 months now, suppose. No, those were in 11 or something. So now what you can do is that first you read algebra. Algebra is the first thing that you should do. Algebra. You do all the IIT stuff first. Do all the quadratic equations, sequence series, do permutation combination. Okay, sequence series means that you will of course do that one. If you do sequence series, you will of course do something called very important, called telescopic sum. This year also there was a question on it. Telescopic sum. This year there was a question, root 1 plus 1 by n square and 1 by n plus 1 square and sigma. It is known series, like, so those kind of thing you can read. Then you can read complex numbers. This way you will feel also that even your JE syllabus is taken care of. You will feel happy that your time is utilized. It is giving you the benefit, like double benefit. No, one the benefit of JE Advanced and one the benefit of Olympiad tough questions, challenging questions like IOQM. So for IOQM algebra, this you can do. This is enough. This you can do algebra. Okay. And then apart from that, read from other books. Polynomial. Other books means that one. The one I told you right now. This one. That Pratishthan book, or it has got chapter on each thing. Number theory chapter also, some algebra also, some combi also. So you can read all of them. So I hope that is clear to you, these things. Okay, so this is for 11th. You can read this. Then you can take mock test. You can take mock test, write mock test of actual exams, actual papers, actual IOQM and PRMO papers. So already you have got 2 or 3 years PRMO paper, IOQM, and then also earlier when PRMO was not there, still some states like West Bengal or say Punjab, they used to conduct this PRMO. So I think if you Google it, you may find the previous year PRMO papers of those states. They also are super helpful because you can prepare and you know. So by doing mock test, you will get to know your weak points. You will get to know your weak points. That these are my weak points I need to work on. So I think this will be a good strategy that you give your mock test also. If you come for geometry, then if you're in 11, then already you know class 10 geometry and 11 that I would suggest that you know already. So I will tell that read Menelaus and Cheva. It is called Cheva or Cheva, so it is Cheva is better for me. So they call it Menelaus and Cheva. This one. Similarity already you must be knowing. Congruence you must be knowing. Next you can do this one. This Menelaus and Cheva. After that, maybe I will recommend something else. So let me just rub it off and write again. So only Menelaus and Cheva theorem. This one. Then you can read this power of a point, very useful. Power of a point. And then you can read after a while pole and polar. After a while, not now. This kind of thing. Because pole and polar is not in JE Advanced. Right. Power of a point, of course, it is there because it's just a fancy name for something that we already learned in high school, that PA, PB is PC, PD, right? And we define a power to show invariance. So this is your thing in geometry. You can do this algebra geometry. And trigo again you do JE syllabus till. So trigo, in trigo I will write here, or let me add. Trigo you read again JE syllabus completely JE syllabus, because trigo equations, inequations, and also most important will be here this one, solution of triangle. Solution of triangles, or called properties of triangle. They are really useful because you will get benefit in both JE Advanced and this one. So just read this also. Any more questions that you have, I may ask if it is there, some questions are there or not. Let me check. Okay, so let me go to the next slide. Next slide, or next 2 slides are somewhat kind of that, okay, what really is this one? Like some questions I have collected, and I have tried to show you that after all JE and Maths Olympiad, they meet each other and they are really good, because some questions you will find that they are common. One interesting aspect is this. You see, this question was asked, you can check. I've written that year also. This was CRMO 2006. This is CRMO 2006. Okay. And then read it for a couple of seconds and let it all sink in. Then I will go to the next slide. That I will read for your benefit also once it is there. Pole and polars are in circle, yes, but they are not in JE Advanced syllabus. Nakul, they are not in JE Advanced syllabus. They are just in Olympiad syllabus. People do it normally, so that is not there. Okay, so this question you have to see what is given is that let ABCD be quadrilateral. So what they are giving is there's a quadrilateral in which AB is parallel to CD. Means you have got a quadrilateral. Let me make it. So ABCD I can make like, or let me change the color. So you have got AB, this one, and this one. So ABCD is a quadrilateral in which AB is parallel to CD, fair enough, and perpendicular to AD. Means AB is perpendicular to AD, right? AB perpendicular. It's like perpendicular. So let me draw a little better figure. So I can draw like this, and I can say this one, that AD is perpendicular. So they are saying that AD is perpendicular to AB. That's all right. And AB is parallel to CD. So this is quadrilateral. And then you are given AB is 3CD. So AB is 3CD. Okay. So AB is 3CD. And if area of quadrilateral is 4, and circle can be inscribed, if circle means inscribed, if means not always, if it can be inscribed touching all the sides of quadrilateral, find its radius. That's the question. Did you get the question? That what question says? Compound number theory I am telling you just now. Compound number theory. Number theory I told you one book. So this is one question. I'll just come. This is interesting thing. I'll just let you know this one first. And then look at the next slide. This is J 2007. See, 1 year after. This is J 2007, and see, this is your. You may laugh at it. And this is CRMO 2006. Too much of a coincidence, right? Same type of questions, just data changed. This 3 becomes 2, and 4 becomes 18. Just check it here. That 3 becomes 2, and this becomes 18. How is it possible? I mean that somehow the tests of IIT examiner or Olympiad they matched, or maybe that they both were inspired by the same kind of problem, right? Which is very highly unlikely, right? So see, this is the kind of thing that you just get this problem. So you see, these two are essentially the same problem, only data is changed. You can make your own data also. Okay, so this is. Do you find this interesting? Did you find this interesting that the question, see, CRMO 2006 and then J 2007, they are almost identical questions. Means somebody who might have appeared for CRMO 2006, even if it did not clear, then he would have got the benefit in 2007, right? Because he can just quickly go and he can check that and he can solve. So this is one. Okay, before that, let me tell you, some people are asking questions about number theory and other thing. Number theory and then combinatorics. Okay, so here I will add it, number theory and combinatorics. Combinatorics and number theory. For combi, again, there is a book by T2. T2's combinatorics book. Just check on the net, you will easily find combinatorics book. This book was like, it was prepared while teaching at the USA math camp by the author. Means training for USA, training for IMO camp or something USA. So that is T2's book that you can read little later. First you can read any. I told you first you can read any book that you find easily from different publications. Now, there are so many of them. All are almost identical by 80%. So you pick any of them and just do this one. So that is combinatorics, because only enumerative will come. Enumerative will come only. If for other pigeonhole other thing, you have to read on your own by some multiple sources. By suppose going to say Canadian mathematical site. Good example is Canadian Math Society homepage. So there also you will find many other handouts basically on combinatorics. They are good enough. Number theory, there are many books written. Some are Olympiad specific also. One book, good book you can read is Burton. David Burton. It is good number theory, written for beginners, but course goes till advanced. right? So but beginners starting point, so Burton is a good one. You all can read Burton. I think Burton I would really heartily recommend, because I have myself got the benefit from Burton. It is good one, systematic exposition and everything written. Any more questions are there till this point of time? Let me check if there are some more questions to it. Divide David Burton. Yes, David Burton. Yes, David Burton. D Burton. David Burton. Correct. Somebody I think in chat box David Burton. So that is all right. Okay. Then book of coordinates. Book of coordinates you can again read. There is no specific book. You can read first. See whatever is common to JEE syllabus. You all strive to get that part in class 10 or 9 where you are. If something is not in JEE syllabus, then you think what to do. But if something is common to JEE syllabus, as I told you here, let me check where it is gone. Let me check here. Yeah. So this is no, this kind of thing. Then I told you about JEE. No, JEE syllabus was little early. I told you about this one JEE syllabus, right? That here. So you see here again, combinatorics we have a number theory is not there, but combi is there in terms of say counting. No, so I wrote only combinatorics. Again here task is that do IIT JEE problems, the theory also and previous year's problems to gain more advantage. That will be really okay. Okay, so this is one. Anything more you want to ask? Some books are there or what? Yes, anything more someone want to ask? No? Someone is writing something, but I can't see that what they're trying to tell. Yes, please tell quickly. Pranav Sridham book is little tough. For combi, that book is little tough. I have taught Pranav Sridham, so I know it is a good book, but still it requires a lot of attention. So once you go to INMO level, after that you can try it. Means if you clear INMO, then you can try that book. Not before that, because before that you will not get motivated, right? Because it is a challenging book, hard book, and so you may find that you are not reading at all. So better start with something that you find interesting, that is combinatorics, and then also enumerative. You have to enumerate things, so that is important. Then these are some examples. You can check the examples of this one, that IG Olympiad. So I would like to discuss one or two of them so that your time is better used and you understand the importance of it. Let me show you question also first. This is this question. Find all polynomials for which this one. I think this must be x squared. This must be x squared, right? Not x cubed. Just check it later. Okay. So this is Arimo 219. It is basically quadratic, nothing else. See it? It is quadratic. So I told you quadratic. That's why I told you beginning only that quadratic and say other thing like say you have got combinatorics or trigonometry. They will tremendously help you in JEE Advanced as well. Very important. Very, very important. Next, let me show more examples of this kind. See, this is again CRMO 2011. They are called CRMO because the name was given to be CR means central. So Central Regional Math Olympiad. I mean that now paper is set by HVCAC. Earlier they have the freedom. RMO coordinators have freedom to set the paper. Now CRMO will share the paper. They will prepare the paper, maybe 4 or something, depending on the region in which whole of India is divided, and they will send the paper. So that is what they do. So this is also one good thing. Okay. See this one problem that I always liked. Just read this problem. It came in 94 JEE. It also came in JEE 2011. Integer type. No, not integer. Of course, some value. This kind of thing. You can check that always. So see, this is again one example in which you can do it using complex number or geometry, or you can do it using trigonometry. So I told you all methods, that if at all there is some geometry available, then you can make use of that in some manner. So I hope that is clear. Just tell in chat box that something you want. Looks hard, complex seems good. Lot many people are. Tomato, what is tomato? Okay, tomato is of course roots of unity is part of complex number. Good. Roots of unity are good, and you will apply here. See, total, I mean that when you are saying, let me check that what you are saying. You are asking that you're asking about some book. Which book that you asked? Can you ask your thing again? You asked about some book. Somebody asked about some book, that this book is out or not. No, not given. Okay, so I will write that complex numbers sometimes people find hard, but trigo, if you do, it will be harder, because a1 a2, this one, in this particular situation maybe both will be equal, not much difference, but in general it may happen. So you have to take care of a lot of things. So just take care of these things, that how you do it. Okay, so let me give you brief of one problem, which I'll just take, and I will generalize it also. Yes, this one. ABC is equilateral with area 18, side equal to CD, and AB is 22 CD, and AD perpendicular to AB and CD. If a circle is drawn inside the equilateral ABCD, touching all the sides, then its radius is. Looks very simple question. It indeed was. Corresponding to JE also it is easy. And this again, they did not think like that. So they just asked again the same question, 2007. So obviously this came in 7 JE, and then RMO it came to 26. So with little deviation, data change, that's all. And we will see. So this is where I say that if you prepare for both, then you are really well placed, because whatever exam you write, math will be prominent, like ISI, CMI, or other people. Those who are planning to do maths, or those whose hearts beat for maths, they would really do well to do these questions. Okay, so I will just erase it first. I'll just erase it. Yes. Now let me do it, because some people are asking questions also, and there is a little. Is there some time lag? Can someone quickly tell me? Is there some time lag? Barycentric, Prince Raj, barycentric inversion, Simpson lines. They are advanced topics. They will be done after this. The better time to do that will be INMO exam, not the PRMO IQM. PRO IQM mostly you should all write, because that will help in your JEE preparation. Very much it will help you. All kind of questions will come here. Okay. So now let me check that what we can do about this. And anything you want to be told here? Anything you want to ask? Which person you should study from pre-college maths book? Pre-college maths book, Jagan. Yes, Jagan. So from pre-college maths book, you study first geometry, because I have found that mostly people hate geometry, right? That's not a good thing. You must love geometry, because see, questions will come from all areas almost. So geometry also one question can come. It might be easy, who knows, right? Many exams have got A1, A2, A3, A6 like that. IM also has got something like that, but no name is there, like just somewhere they give. But again, 1 and 6 are the tougher one. So I think this, if you do, it will be better. Okay, now what to do? So I tell you solution, because all of you are asking. Yes. Any queries? Any queries on other things, other aspect? Because I covered almost all points that I had in mind, but still you may have some more points in your mind that is not addressed. So you can just write in the box. Yes, ISI problems. Yes, ISI problems. But I say for ISI problems, you have got one official book called Tomato. I have got all the volumes. So this is a good book, Tomato. This Tomato is a good book. It is an acronym of, or abbreviation of, better acronym you tell, it is an acronym of Test of Mathematics at 10+2 and published by ISI only, Indian Statistical Institute, Kolkata, or maybe now, maybe by combined faculty of Bangalore or something, or exam division. They publish it every year. They are doing a great service. Questions are really nice, and sometimes when the choices are given, they also are really nice. You can, it's a good question. Always you can confuse between them. So that is all thing you must do. Let me now go and solve this problem and check that. Can you tell me answer this problem? This JE 2007 problem answer. Can someone write in the chat box? I can see later. Let's see who gives the answer first. Let me wait for a maybe second or something, and then shall we begin? Yes. I plan to do just 2 questions to show you the similarity between this ITJ Advanced and Maths Olympiad. So that myth will be broken, that if you're preparing for Maths Olympiad, then maybe JE will suffer. Not like that. It depends. Like obviously you can't read in class 12. You don't have much time. But till 11, 10, of course you have a lot of time. Till 10 you have lots of time. 11 something restrained. But then if you have started preparation from class 10 or 9, then maybe you can invest that much, because that is not very great amount. Nothing will suffer because of that. Yes. So does someone get this one? Answer is right here in front of my eyes. So if you tell, I can tell the solution. Yes, I can see in chat box some people are saying, yes, please answer if you know it or if you can do it. Two means B. $27. Yeah, actually you are right. Maybe the answer may be two only. Let me do it, that how we'll do it. Any more people who want to answer that? Any more people who want to answer that, who would like to answer that question? Unicorn, so lemma is YouTube. Yeah, lemma will tell, don't worry. Okay, so let me deal with, let's see, I told you this data. I will make the diagram, and I will also show you the similarity, the uncanny similarity resemblance. Like you can't miss the resemblance with this kind of, no, not with this, but with this 2006. Amazing. Here it is saying that AB is 3CD. AB is X, CD is Y. So it is saying that X equal to 3Y, right? AB is 3CD, perpendicular already given, and area of vertical is 4. Area of vertical given means, and circle can be inscribed. So they are saying circle can be inscribed, means they are such that circle can be inscribed. So far so fair. Just look at the problem and check again. It was an easy problem the way it was asked in CRMO. You can never get easier problem like this, but still, once they ask it, sometimes 1, 2 are easy. Once they ask it, then you can solve it, right? Your marks will not depend on this question, right? Because once you get it, you are okay. They will of course add up for your final consideration, if at all you qualify. Okay, so how we can attempt that? What is the method to attempt that? Can someone tell that? What's the method? Yes. Yes, tell. Because similarly one more question will come up. So people are saying no questions are there till now. And some questions are there already I did. Okay. Any more people? Some people are writing something but not very interesting. So you have to write something that is really interesting. So please tell anything that you want. Yes. Yes, guys. Okay, let me tell you then this one. So this one, and diagram, let me draw for another one also. This one, same diagram that now you are saying here that this is ABCD. This is ABCD. ABCD. This is, and again they are saying that AB is twice CD, so this is X and Y. So they are saying X is 2Y. Okay, let it be. And AD parallel to AB and CD also. And circle is drawn inside quadrilateral ABCD touching the sides, then its radius is. If a circle can be drawn, if can be drawn. You know that circle, every triangle is an in circle, but not every quadrilateral has an in circle, right? They're not so fortunate. They may not have. There is a necessary and sufficient condition for this to happen, that this must happen. So that we can discuss. R is area by centimeter, okay. But did you get some answer? Nakul or Piyush Maheshwari, I see in the chat box, other people. Yeah, you are writing some area formula, but then you are not able to apply. So how will you get that? Just think of it first. First develop a plan and then execute the plan. Yes. Anyone? Let me grab a glass of water. Then maybe I can tell you more about it. If some of you have got the answer, please let me know. In the chat box, you can. Oh, one person is really good. Aditya, your answer is correct. Great. Your answer is 2. So that is really good. Okay, so let me now tell you, it's really beautiful, and you would find that how JEE syllabus and IIT Olympiad really match each other. That is, of course, your thing. Okay. So let me do this one. Let me draw the diagram. See, this is JEE. You cannot, the resemblance cannot be so uncanny. See, it is JEE 2007, and I showed you already that the question was asked in RMO 2006. You can't miss the year. See, year n and year n plus 1. It all adds up, right? AB is 3 CD here. Area is 4. And in the next slide that you see, area is 3. Area is 4, 18. They change the numbers. Area is 18. Where is the area? Some 18 here and 2 CD. Things can't get more interesting, right? So I'm sure that the people who wrote their RMO in 2006 and JEE 2007, they had advantage. They really could go to a question and they could quickly solve it. So let me solve it first and show you the power of and beauty of mathematics. So allow me to change the slide, and then so I'll just add. So the situation is like this. It is the following thing that we have got. Is the blue mark red all right, or you want this one? You want the yellow one, or blue is okay? Yellow one is okay. Yellow one. Okay. Let's see that what is there. So this, you have got A, B. Already one answer has come. The student has given the answer. It's good, really. Answer is correct. Okay. Now see, this is A, B, C, D. So let me write A, B is X. And write in the chat box if you don't understand something. I will explain again. So let me, now the fun begins. Now the fun begins. Say this is AB, X, and this is Y. AD is 90 given. And this is such that there is a circle that can be drawn. So of course, a circle can be drawn, right? So you can draw a circle can be drawn. Or if I can make it smaller, the diagram may look much better. And you can, but of course, your visualization will not be so good. So this is kind of this kind of thing. Okay. Now, this is X, this is Y. I will take radius to be R, and so this is 2r. You agree this is 2r? Yes, boys, do you agree this is 2r? See, these are parallel lines, and there is a circle in these things. So if you have got r is the radius, then exactly this is the straight vertical line, and this distance has to be twice of r. That's all right, twice of r. Okay, so twice of r is there now. See how beautiful I can make it. So this is 2 of r. Now the area of the, not the area, now I want to find a small r first in terms of x and y. Purposely I have not taken any numbers, right? I have not taken any numbers. Any numbers means that I have not taken, means I have not taken this one. See, I have not taken this 18 and 2. They are distractions just. I love to work with abstract things. I'll just take numbers. So I'll take x and y, and because to accommodate these three things, I'll write x equals 3y. Is that, does that sound good? X is 3y. Is that okay? Okay, dear? Okay. So x is 3y. Now, x is 3y, that I will use later. So I will write x is ky. I will write x is ky because k only will become 1 and 2. Now, if you want this radius, I have got a small technique. What I'll do, drop a perpendicular from C onto this one, call it n, Cn. This nb, you know, this nb is x minus y. All right, the whole thing is x. This is xy. This is C. This is this one. So it is a rectangle. So you get x minus y. The vertical height is 2r, and BC I will get by something called Pythagoras theorem, which just says that if you want, this is x and y, this is 2r, and this is BC. If you want that there should be a incircle in a quadrilateral, then it is both necessary and sufficient that sum of a pair of opposite sides equal the sum of other pair. I mean that x plus y, that must equal 2r plus cv. Is that all right, guys? Say yes. So x plus y is 2r, and so yes, sum of a pair of opposite sides. So in fact cb becomes x plus y minus 2r. Beautiful thing. So I write here x plus y minus 2r. It's a really pretty good proof. I'll give a really good proof. And now in triangle CNB, apply Pythagoras theorem. You will get 2r whole squared plus x minus y whole squared. That equals x plus y minus 2r whole squared. This you will get, this one. Now don't just open it. X plus y minus 2r, you open like not 3 terms but just 2 terms. Think of this as alpha and this as beta. So I will expand it like x plus y whole squared, a squared minus 2ab. So this is 4 times x plus y and 4r squared. Now see, here also got 4r squared and plus x minus y whole squared. That gets cancelled. So it's after all not a quadratic in R, it's linear, right? It's just linear, right, in R. And then when I transpose this side, move everything, 4r times x plus y is x plus y whole squared minus x minus y whole squared, and that equals 4xy, and so r equals xy over x plus y. Another discovery you made, right? Means you made that, you wrote that, okay, this r equals xy over x plus y. If at all you want, if x and y are given, this is fixed, right? So this is a good formula that you get. R is xy over x plus y. Now next is this one. When you get this one, xy by x plus y, then next step would be to consider the other thing, that is this one. Is that clear? Is that clear? Can someone say yes if it is clear to him? And then we're okay. So far so good. Okay, thanks V, K or B. That's all right. Great help to understand, because I don't know about technical glitches. Okay, now so this is xy by x plus y. That is true. Now let's go. Let's derive one more thing. Let's derive one more thing. Area. So this area equals, it is trapezium, right? So area equal half time sum of parallel sides, that is x plus y, and times 2r. So that is r times x plus y, right? So I have got these two relations, a and r. Let me turn the slide and then let me write again. So I got r. So I got r. I will just add a page better. So I got r is xy over x plus y, and a I am getting as r times x plus y. that's not coincident, that's not strange, because we know that area equals r times same perimeter. R is delta by s, so this is not surprising, you will get that one. So this is this one. Now set y equal to kx, so you get r equals y equal to kx, so you get kx square, and over ky square you get ky square. Y is kx, or x is ky, let me take, because I have taken base to be x, so x is k times y, so you get r equals k is k times y squared, and upon 1 plus k times y, that equals ky over 1 plus k, that is r. And from here a equals r times x plus y, so that is r times 1 plus k times y. This is 1 and 2. Just divide them, because you don't want k, you don't want y. So r over a equals k over 1 plus k whole squared and times 1 over r. So you got r square is ka over 1 plus k whole squared. Now a beautiful thing comes up from here, and that beautiful thing is that r equals indeed square root of ka over 1 plus k. Now let's look for JEE CRMO 2006 and JEE 2007. You have got the answers ready. So let's go back and show you. So the data in JEE was first CRMO. CRMO was this k was 3, and area is 4, 3 and 4, and you want r. And in the next one, k was 2 and area was 18 for JEE, right? So if I write like this, so now if CRMO, you come to CRMO, then k is given to be 3 and a is given to be 4, and so you are getting r equals square root of 12 and over 1 plus 3, that's 4, and so this is your 2 root 3 over 4. So this answer equals root 3 over 2 divided by 2. This is your CRMO 2006. And if you go to JEE 2007, see, they are just similar problem, exactly same, just data changed, nothing else. Now you know sometimes how things can run. A is 18, so this r equals now square root of ka. So see, IT chose something good, 2 times 18 and 1 plus k, so 1 plus k is 1 plus 2, and so this is 6 over 3, and so this answer is 2. So this answer that someone told, it was 2. Is that all right, guys? You followed it completely? Is that perfect? You followed it completely? Right? Yes. I'm just seeing the chat box and checking that yes, you really have understood things. Yes. Is that all right? Yes, everyone? Yes, yes, yes. Did you love it? Did you like it? Isn't it very interesting? That see, one is IT problem and one was RMO and one is JEE. But see, they two have met each other somewhere, right? So this is the kind of thing. Okay. So now let me show you one more problem. I will do it by 2 methods. It has come in IT twice, not once but twice. May come thrice also, may come in your time, who knows. Let us see the problem. Other examples are just to show you that this is quadratic, you see, this is quadratic. For INMO, I will make a separate class so that you understand that what is we are doing. Okay. Now see here, this is combinatorics, combi is there, see. This is again CRMO 2011, and of course if it is not there, it can come in IT also. They're just a very simple problem. I mean that that standard problem means not the solution, but the point is that okay, these kind of things are indeed asked at ITG Advanced also each year. So you should not be surprised if you find some similar questions. That is how questions come from. Okay, so this is one. This problem, see, this was in J94, then JEE 2011, 2011. 11, the form was this. 11, the form was that 1 over sine, check it today, sine pi over n, 1 over sine 2 pi over n, and plus 1 over sine 3 pi over n, n positive integer greater than 3, find n. This was 2011. See, 2011, 94, and this was also a subjective in RMO, because RMO you can do it using geometry also. Of course, here also you can do it J advanced. So I will tell you two solutions, one geometry and one without geometry. Can you guess which theorem I'm going to use? Can you guess which theorem I'm going to use? Can someone guess? Can someone guess? Yeah, this is BKRB. It is easy doing complex number. I will use trigo here. I will use trigo. This I will use trigo. Here trigo and complex number are same, in fact. Really same. Why same? Because actually you are just using modulus distance, nothing else. So actually complex number is not a good way. I mean that what you can directly do, you are doing in terms of complex number. It does not really have an advantage, right? We are concerned with distance only. I'll just tell you. And cosine rule is, Charit, not a very good thing here. Okay, let me start solving it, and then you will get. So first of all, the situation is like this, that you have got this as let's call it A1, or let's write A1 A2 somewhere here. So let's write somewhere A1 and then A2 randomly, and then A3 and then A4, or little tilted maybe to give you a good feeling. So A1 A2 A3, this is A3, and so A1, this is A3, and then you have got A4, and then you have got A5, this kind of thing, and then many more will come like this. We do not know number of sides. We don't know number of sides. See, we do not know number of sides. We have been told that this is n-sided. Find the value of n. We do not know what n is. All we know that it has, for sure, it has got 4 vertices, A1 A2 A3 A4. That is sure. Now go here next. Now see, I will set up the equation first. First I will do using say simple trigo, very simple trigo, class 8 solution, if somebody knows compound angles, and many of you of course know. So this is that if, tell me this boys, if you have got something called PQ here, PQ, isosceles triangle, this angle is theta, this is O, this is suppose R and R. What is PQ? Is not it simply 2R? Can you tell quickly what is PQ? If it is this is O and R equal OQ R or N. So equal sides are R each. Vertex angle is theta. So what is PQ? Can someone type quickly? So PQ, yes, class 8 solution using trigo, correct. So this is 2. Nityam, if you are talking of INMO and RMO, then trigo is known much. Trigo is known by people in class 8. They know it. Many of my students do know. So this is 2 sine theta by 2. Very good. 2 sine theta over 2. And R of course is there. So because I'll write 2R sine theta over 2. Right. Now see, if you have got A1 A2, then from center you join, because regular polygon, this angle call it theta. A1 A3, this angle will be again theta. A1 A4 angle will be 3 theta. So now we are done. See, A1 A2, O is the common point, center. So A1 A2 is nothing but 2R sine. This is a very simple and plain solution. Very good. 2 theta by 2. A1 A3. See, now they are separated by 2 theta, right? 2 theta. So A1 A3 is 2R sine of 2 theta by 2. Is that all right? A3. A1 A3. 2 distances. A1 A2. Right. Now N1 is A1 A4. A1 A4 is 2R. This is sine 3 theta over 2. Once you understood, you need not make a diagram. You know that, okay, this is the thing. This is very simple. A1 A2 A3. So now our parent equation, the one that you have to solve, this one, this becomes A1 A2, 1 over A1 A2. So 1 over sine theta over 2. I have already cancelled 2R. 1 over sine theta and 1 over sine 3 theta over 2. Let me write theta over 2 equal to x, because y to carry. Write x. Now it is just one line. Now I write 1 over sine of x. Some manipulation. Sine of x is 1 over sine of 2x and plus 1 over sine of 3x. Is that all right? Does it sound okay? It is good with you? Okay. Yeah, that may be true, Nakul, that JE of course will improve its level, because whole of India level will come up now. Okay, so that's good. So now 1 of sine 3x. Now what I do, that I transpose this to this side. I pair off 1 by sine x minus 1 over sine 3x is 1 over sine 2x, and I write then sine x, sine 3x is here in the denominator. Numerator is sine 3x minus sine x and 1 over sine 2x. Now sine c minus sine d, let me write it here. Sine c minus sine d is 2 sine c minus d over 2, that is x, and cos c plus d over 2 is 2x, and over sine x sine 3x is 1 over sine x. Edge sine, not sine x, it is sine 2x. Edge sine x is not 0, I can cancel it. X is not 0 or pi or something. So now this is 2 sine 2x. 2 sine 2x cos 2x is sine 3x. So I get here 2 sine theta cos theta sine 2 theta. So sine 4x is sine 3x. Now we are done. It's a triangle, and so 4x, you know that for this to happen, either 4x minus 3x is 2k pi, or for general solution 4x plus 3x is 2m plus 1 pi. One of them is true. Obviously this cannot hold, so 7x is pi, and so x is pi over 7. You cannot go more than that, right? So x is pi over 7. So your answer to this problem becomes pi over 7, that is this one. And so remember what theta was. This was n side. So theta by 2, that was x, is pi over n. Theta was actually 2 pi over n because n points. So every point, this one, so total 2 pi over n by 2, so pi over n, x was pi over n. And so you got pi over 7 and giving n equal to 7 prime. But that does not matter. So you get S7. So did you like this question in each 7? This was the one thing that we did. So this was the solution using geometry. Complex number, it is same. If you complex number, you say it is exactly same. Somebody can just write that it is 1 e to the I theta, e to the I2 theta. Exactly same. Ultimately we will find distance only, right? Ultimately we will find modulus only. That is done by trigo. So no need to waste complex number here. Is that very much clear or not? That complex numbers and trigo are exactly same here. You are just wasting little more time in setting up equations and then writing modulus. If you write modulus of e to the I theta minus I2 theta, of course you will imagine same thing will come. 2 sine theta by 2 type of thing will come. So no need, no advantage. Directly you get plain basic trigonometry and then one trigo equations. Now let me do one more stuff here using geometry. So can you guess the theorem which I will be using here? Although hint is there, little hint is there. Of course equation remains same, and I will use, it's a lovely solution using the power of synthetic geometry. For the people who find it morally wrong to use trigo, as some people say that they are too besotted, they are in love with geometry, and so they would leave the questions rather than do it by some other unpure means, just jokingly. Okay, so that kind of thing. So let me now do it quickly. Okay, so this is going to our last question, last thing. So we will end on a happy note. So now this is this one, that let me add a page. So again start the same diagram. A1, A3 something is there. So this is randomly you can draw, because number of verses not known. A1, A2, A3. I'll write somewhere here A4. I'll write A4 here. Why? To make it a little bigger. A4, and then this is A5. Okay, so we are done. This A, and then A6. I do not know how many are there. AN. Now the heart of the argument is, first I'll write 1 by A1, A2. Then I will not spoil your thing now. A1, you can keep thinking till the time I write. This is the parent equation 1. I will again rewrite this as A1, A2 times A1, A3 plus A1, A2 times A1, A4 equals A1, A3 times A1, A4. I think that makes sense. Correct? That makes sense, that A1, A2 times A1, A3. Correct? Now, can you think of some relation? It is now you call it A. Can you think of some relation which makes sense here, like some geometrical argument, something which I can write using some in this one? which involves distances and has this product form, two things here, two things there, and two things there. I mean, you can guess it, enough of them. Yes, can you tell something? You have got this two thing there, two thing here. Somebody can guess quickly. I'm just waiting for this. A square b plus c. Nakul, very good choice, but unfortunately, no, this is not. But it's a lovely theorem, that also. Some more thing you tell, which involves this one. P, which has a form pq plus rs is alpha beta. Anything pq, all distances, pq plus rs is mn. It's enough of it, dear. PQ, which is some form of P times Q plus R times S is M times N. Yes, yes, yes. It starts with the word P. It starts with the word P. It starts with the word P. Now, it's a theorem, well-known theorem, very well-known theorem. It applies to cyclic quadrilateral circle, and this is PQ plus RS is M times N. Yes. Yeah, Ptolemy. That's good, Lone. That's good. Ptolemy's theorem. So I apply Ptolemy's theorem. That's really lovely. Proud of you. So that applies Ptolemy's theorem. So let's apply Ptolemy's theorem. And first let me select some kind of quadrilateral. So I will select A1. I am selecting A1, A3, A4 and A5. And let me mark the diagonals also, this one. It will soon be clear what the motivation is. So apply Ptolemy's here on A1, A3, A4, A5. That gives you A1 times A3 times A1 times A5 times A4, right? Opposite, and plus A1 times A5 times A3 times A4, and that equals the product of diagonals, that is A1, A4 times A3, A5. Does that sound good? Is it okay? You are all good? Happy using Ptolemy's? Such a powerful tool, Ptolemy is there. So now this is Ptolemy's theorem we applied. Let me repeat. So I chose quadrilateral A1, A3, A4, A5 cyclic quadrilateral. Applies Ptolemy's on this. It says that the sum of product of pair of opposite sides equals product of diagonals. So this is A1, A3 times A5, A4 plus A1, A5 times A3, A4 is equal to A1, A4 times A3, A5. Now, see, A1, A3, you leave A1, A3 is A1, A3 only. But A5, A4 is just A1, A2. You agree? It's a regular polygon, right? So A1, A5, A1, A2 and A5, A4, of course, they are same distances. That's what the idea is. So A1, A3, and then this becomes just A1, A2, and plus again A3, A4 is A1, A2. So I can write A1, A2 times A1, A5. Here you have got A1, A4, that's all right. And see A3, A5 and A1, A3, they are same because they each has got two vertices between them, right? A1, they're two vertices apart. So they are same. So I get all are regular. So this is A3, A5. I can write A3, A5 here, or A1, A3 because already it is there. So I can write A1, A3. A1, A3. This is B. Now just compare A and B. It's a lovely solution. Indeed a powerful application. Just now compare A and B. You can subtract also. Just compare A1, A3, A1, A2, A1, A2, A1, A4. So this guy equals this guy, right? Other things are all same. So A1, if this tells you that A1 and A3 equals A1, A4, A1, A4, A1, A4. So this tells you that this guy A1, A4 equals A1, A5. What does that tell you? That tells you that between A1 and A4, between A1 and A4, we have same number of vertices as between A5 and A1. Does it sound good? It just tells you that between A1 and A4, we have as many vertices as there are between A1 and A5. Because A1, A4, you have got two vertices, A2 and A3 namely. Here also you must have two. And that sums up. This is 5, 6 and 7. So it's A5, A6 and A7. And so we are done. It's really lovely, amazing. We are just saying that just because of this, we are saying that between A1 and A4, there are as many vertices as between a1 and a5, and we know that between a1 and a4 in this direction you have got 2 vertices, and so between a1 and a5 in opposite direction you have got 2 other, and so that takes care of this one, that a6 and a7. So you got n equal to 7. There is a third method also. I will make a video on that maybe little later, and I may tell you later. So till now, for now, I think it's like we are almost done. We are towards the end. Any questions on this? If you want to ask any questions on this, you are welcome. You can ask quickly before we close the session. Yes, anything you want to ask? Many people seem to have liked this question, and they said it's one of the best methods. Yes, correct. How to make new Olympiad problems is a separate story. We will soon come to it. Evan Chen book is good. He's a friend of mine. So this is good book. He has with US Olympiad. So this is a good book. Why? I always told you that read the people who really have Olympiad in them, not by some quack, but by some doctor. Here is a person who is involved with USA Olympiad, right? So he has to know better, correct? So I mean that you must read. Don't worry about that. Okay then. See you till then. It's time to say goodbye and sign off. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, comment in the box so that it will give us inspiration and then encouragement to continue with many more videos and many more things. It takes a lot of efforts on the part of educator to come and teach you here. So if at all you like the video, then don't shy away from liking the hit button. So hit the like button and show your love, show your appreciation, so that you share and just spread the word. Okay. Till then, bye.